Saving money is a trap, and the more disciplined you become, the longer you can stay stuck inside it. People will tell you to just save more and stay consistent, and it sounds smart but slowly limits your growth. It feels responsible and safe in the moment, but it quietly delays your future without you even noticing it. And that is where most people get stuck, doing the right thing but getting the wrong result over time. If your money grows at just 1%, it will take around 72 years to double in size. That is not real growth. That is simply waiting your entire life for something to happen. So ask yourself honestly, are you actually building wealth or just protecting what you already have? Because from the outside, saving and growing can look the same, but they lead to completely different lives. You are not careless with money, you think, before spending and try to make the right decisions, but even after doing everything right, something still feels slightly off deep inside you. You keep delaying the things you want, telling yourself you will afford them later in the future. But that later never really comes, and you stay stuck in the same financial position. You are not actually building wealth, you are just managing your survival in a slightly better way. You are optimizing your habits but not changing the system that controls your financial growth. And this is not your fault because almost everyone around you is doing the exact same thing. They are all playing a game that looks productive but never truly moves forward. Saving money protects what you already have, but it does not create any real financial growth. Wealth only comes from multiplication, where your money starts working and expanding on its own. Effort alone will not make you rich, because effort without the right system has limits. And most people never realize that speed and growth matter more than just discipline. Most people believe they are progressing financially, but in reality they are standing still. They are following habits that feel right, but do not actually move them toward real wealth. There is a simple rule that explains everything, and it can completely change how you see money. Take 72 and divide it by your return rate to find your money's doubling time. This number shows exactly how long it will take for your money to grow to twice its size. At 10% return, your money doubles in about 7 years, which is powerful. At 7% return, it takes around 10 years, which is still reasonable growth. But at 1%, it takes 72 years, which is almost an entire lifetime. The money you start with can be the same, and the effort you put in can also be the same. But the outcome becomes completely different depending on how fast your money grows. Everything changes when speed increases because time starts working in your favor. And that is something most people never truly understand or take advantage of. Most people live in a loop where they earn money, save it, and see very slow growth. Years pass by, but their financial situation barely changes in any meaningful way. They keep repeating the same pattern, thinking consistency alone will make them rich. But without growth, they are simply running in circles without real progress. The 1% operate differently because they focus on systems instead of habits alone. They earn money, invest it, and allow compounding to multiply it over time. Their money grows even when they are not actively thinking about it every day. And this cycle continues automatically, creating exponential growth in the long run. Money does not grow just because you work harder or save more consistently. It grows based on how much time it has and how fast it is compounding. But your brain is wired to expect slow and steady linear progress. You expect results to come step by step in a predictable way. Compounding does not feel like progress at the beginning. It feels like nothing is happening. For a long time, you see almost no visible results from your efforts. Then suddenly, everything starts growing faster and results become very noticeable. But most people quit before they ever reach that turning point. When it feels slow, it does not mean you are failing or doing something wrong. It actually means the system is working quietly in the background. Saving more money alone will not dramatically change your future, but increasing your return rate can completely transform your life. Imagine two people starting with the same amount of money at the same time. One earns 1% return while the other earns 10% consistently. After many years, one person sees almost no real financial progress, while the other experiences massive growth and financial freedom. They both started from the same place, but their outcomes are completely different. That difference comes entirely from how their money was allowed to grow. This is the true power of compounding that most people underestimate, and ignoring it is one of the biggest financial mistakes you can make. The beginning of compounding feels boring because there is no excitement or reward. You do not see quick results, and it feels like your efforts are not paying off. Your brain naturally dislikes delayed gratification and wants immediate feedback, so it convinces you to stop before the system has time to work. Most people quit too early, right before their money starts accelerating. They walk away at the exact moment things were about to change. The system feels broken just before it begins to show real results. And that is why patience becomes one of the most valuable skills. You do not actually need more money to start building wealth effectively. What you need is a system that allows your money to grow faster. Start by measuring your current speed using the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your return to understand your timeline. If your result shows decades, then your system is simply too slow. The problem is not your income, but the way your money is growing. Stop jumping between trends because switching destroys compounding. Consistency in the right system is what creates long-term success. The 1% focus on systems that work without emotional decisions. They choose simple and consistent strategies that run over long periods. These systems may look boring, but they are incredibly powerful. And they continue working even when motivation disappears. You need to let math do the heavy lifting instead of relying on willpower, because emotions are unstable and cannot sustain long-term consistency. At the same time, you must understand that debt also compounds, and it can work against you just as powerfully as investing works for you. High-interest debt grows extremely fast and can trap you financially. At 18% interest, your debt can double in just a few years. That means your losses are increasing faster than you realize, and ignoring this can completely destroy your financial progress. One of the most important moments is when your money doubles for the first time, because that is when you finally see proof that the system actually works. That experience builds confidence and changes how you think about money, and it shifts you from doubt into belief and long-term commitment. At the beginning, nothing changes on the outside in your daily life. You still have the same routine, the same job, and the same environment, but internally, your mindset begins to shift in a powerful way. You start to understand how money actually works over time. You stop guessing and hoping for quick results that never come. Instead, you begin thinking in terms of years and long-term growth. Before, you were just saving and reacting to your situation. Now you are making intentional decisions based on strategy. You move from being a saver to becoming a builder of wealth. You become more strategic, more patient, and more focused. Money no longer feels confusing or unpredictable like before. Instead, it starts to feel structured, logical, and controllable. The 1% do not win because they earn more money than everyone else. They win because their money compounds faster and works longer for them. Wealth is not built by saving harder or sacrificing endlessly. It is built by using time and growth in the smartest possible way. You do not need more discipline to change your financial future. You need a better system that actually works for you over time. If you are ready to stop playing slow and start building real wealth, comment 72 and start thinking differently today. If this changed the way you see money, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video so more people can escape the same trap. Subscribe for more videos that upgrade your mindset and money, and start playing the game the way the 1% actually do.